watching Small Cap Power, and joining us today is Frank Holmes, the CEO and Chief Investment Officer of US Global Investors. Frank, pleasure to have you with us.
It's great to be with you. And also the chairman of HIVE Blockchain Technology.
Okay, let's talk about HIVE Blockchain. Now, you started this revolution in the capital markets in Canada when you entered this space. Talk to us about the blockchain space and what it's doing today.
Well, I was on a journey to try to launch an ETF, and I discovered quickly from the SEC to the OSC, there was no way they were going to allow some hacker to get paid some bitcoins and it was going to show up in an ETF. So with that, in that journey of learning, I discovered that Coinbase in America had opened more accounts in 3 years than Schwab in 30. Something else is happening. Millennials are trading these currencies. Something is growing in fintech, and it's growing outside of our normal regulated world. And it's clearly a millennial phenomena. Ethereum, created here in Toronto, has created 10,000 millennial millionaires. So you have a brand new ecosystem. You have 12,000 independent people mining, they call them nodes around the world, mining Bitcoin. And what the whole idea and the concept is that email opened up the internet, whereas Bitcoin has woken up the world of the power of blockchain technology. So we had an opportunity to partner with Genesis Mining, and they started off owning 30% of HIVE, and now they're down to 25% as we've grown rapidly.
Okay. What are the fundamentals of HIVE Blockchain that has you so confident about them?
Well, we're profitable. We're like a royalty company, and I love royalty companies. We have a small team. We started off with a vision of $1 million a month in revenue with a 60% profit margin. Then we did tap the capital markets. We immediately went to $1 million a week. By September, we should be close to $2 million. $2 million every week, $2 million. Yeah, so yeah, the numbers are really interesting, but we're still, that can correct quickly because the currency is so volatile. The DNA of gold on a daily basis is 1%. The S&P 500 is 1%. That means 70% of the time, it's a non-event for gold and the Standard & Poor's 500 to go up or down 1%. For Bitcoin and Ethereum, it's 6 and 7%. So it's much more volatile, and that's the only thing when you look at HIVE Blockchain or the other blockchain companies is that the underlying commodity itself is very volatile. That impacts our revenue and cash flow. But we're profitable, we're making money, and we're growing. We've expanded from Iceland, where we use green energy, inexpensive electricity, into Sweden, also hydroelectricity, and now Norway, which gives us over 1 gigawatt of potential. It's a beautiful building out growth story.
So with HIVE Blockchain, what is the opportunity out there? We're seeing that blockchain as a technology is getting adopted by the health space, cannabis space when it comes to distribution of cannabis. Where do you see the opportunity?
Well, there's so many opportunities. What's really important to recognize is that Bitcoin show that you can transfer a value, an economic value. And millennials have a different form of trust. Bitcoin is capped at 21 million coins. And that is the phenomenon that's created the valuation for a digital world. And millennials trust different than my age, my vintage, baby boomers. They created Uber, now the largest cab company in the world with no taxis. Airbnb, the largest hoteler in the world with no hotels. So this element of trusting Airbnb over a hotel, Uber over a taxi cab, Bitcoin over fiat money. I think that something's phenomenal is changing in the element of trust. I know regulations is coming down on all these ICOs that are another form of a security. Not all of them, but many of them are. That's positive for the industry as long as they allow 24/7. Millennials want to trade 24/7, not from 9:30 to 4 o'clock. You're seeing Goldman Sachs go into the space. You saw last week Fidelity make an announcement that they're going to create an exchange. So smart money is going into the space.
Okay. Any developments or milestones at HIVE Blockchain that we can expect this year?
By September, we'll have our Bitcoin farms working away in Sweden. We'll be mining those coins. We'll have this incredible critical mass. We'll have a diversified portfolio of coins we're basically creating. So that's the big milestone date. And then after that, we have other growth opportunities. What we're finding is that there's growth in artificial intelligence and deep learning and also animation movies. They need our data centers because we have GPU cards for Ethereum.
And would you say HIVE Blockchain is one of its kind in this space?
Absolutely. It's the most liquid name. It has the strongest institutional sponsorship. It is recommended by research firms like PI, Haywood, and in particular GMP, who are the lead in taking us public and did a phenomenal job in doing the bot deals that raised our capital. That was a conference by their CEO, Harris Bricker. So I think that we're in a very unique position that a lot of the other companies do not have that brokerage sponsorship. They do not have the newsletter writer enthusiasm that's behind what we're doing. And we're lean, we're focused like a royalty company, and it's fast-moving technology, so we have to make sure we're fleet of foot in adapting to changes in the capital markets.
All right, there you have it, the growth story of HIVE Blockchain. Frank Holmes, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.